Oh, and MS Chonburi, by the way, the exact same bans as they do in every game. Same with Boom Esports, by the way. Timbersaw, Nature's Prophet, Lich. I forgot what was their last ban, but Nyx, MS Chonburi will ban Nyx. Not sure who Esports banned at this stage.
I don't recall myself as well.
Yeah,
But yes, the three
was like,
bans are the staple. Yeah, it's a staple. Three bans.
oh, I
as there
believe
will
it
be
was
more.
5 seconds remaining.
Timbersaw. No, wait, sorry, it was an offlaner, was it? Maybe Centaur. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Centaur.
Centaur. Yeah.
Centaur's out.
Because MS Chomber, they kind of rely on that tanky offlane. It's almost always either Timber or Centaur. Last time they were forced to take the LC, and it's like, yeah, that's not the same thing. And Nyx Assassin's coming out as well.
So it's totally the same bans coming out from both sides of the team here. Boom Esports definitely can feel a bit more comfortable about that coming out from that game number 1. They know that nothing was broken on their end, but MS Chonburi, what do you think they're going to pick different here?
I think they might want to really consider maybe, a Bloodseeker. If they're going to go for Pango, they're very confident. You might as well consider having a Bloodseeker. Winter Wyvern is a solid hero as well.
Super
Ricky.
solid. Yeah.
All right.
Holds him with the Winter's Curse, right? When he's a Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, and interesting support like this. This is probably going to be your 1 and 5. Again, we're revealing it. Pretty good. Winter Wyvern has a lot of slows. Ricky brings a lot of damage. I think we see Ricky more with the Grimstroke because it's just impossible to dodge the Inkswell. But this is a solid, active duo to have in your safe lane. Much better than the last game where we had the Peon Disruptor, where it was like a lot less killing power than this. So I like the start. They're also both pretty solid in stopping the Pango from doing his spin.
MS Chonburi does have the at least more decent initiation with the Ricky's blink into the smoke screen. Does silence them up for a bit. So maybe they're trying to be the initiator this time around.
Yeah, and Ricky can jump from a big distance. Who are they going to go with? They go for the Phoenix. Firebird versus Icebird. Well, dragons and Phoenix
Rolling Thunder and the egg. That secures some time for the egg to actually pop and go off.
And another thing is that Phoenix can heal anyone who has been Winter Cursed. Later on, you can get the Aghanims for the Phoenix. You can save someone who's been Winter Cursed. So it comes with a lot of really good counters here. But Winter Wyvern at the same time has a lot of extra attack range thanks to the Arctic Burn. So you can hit the egg from pretty far away. So so far, I'd say the draft is relatively even, but Boom Esports has a lot of team fights with the egg as well as the Pango spin. It's hard to focus on either one while the other ones are around.
Boom Esports take away the Mirana though, despite of the chat saying how impactless Ponlong that Mirana was. They do respect it. They still take it out. MS Chonburi, what would they pick into play out of the game instead? Bloodseeker, as you were saying. Yep, the hardest counter for the Pangolier, taken out.
Although MS Chonburi, I'm guessing that they are not going to take it. So they're like, why are we leaving in the pool? I'm surprised that, a little surprised they banned, but he is not bad hero against both the Winter Wyvern and the Ricky, the way with his Blood Right works. So it's a little interesting that they ban it though. But they do have their next pick here. Grimstroke is in the pool, but I don't imagine you go Grim and Winter Wyvern. That seems like a bit of a random combo. Even though he is pretty decent if he soul binds the Pang. Grimstroke might not be that bad of a hero, actually. Snapfire's in the pool, really good against the Phoenix. I'll be kind of surprised if Chonburi chooses to ignore him completely. She's just Grandma's amazing, against the Phoenix.
Can she actually use her Shredder onto the egg? You can use it for
exactly.
power. Can you use it on the egg?
Yeah, that's what makes her so good, because Little Shredder has 6 attacks, Phoenix egg level 1, 6 attacks to die. It's just perfect counter. So it is one of the best heroes you can one of the best counters you can basically see in the game. But MS Chonburi taking their time wondering about it. It is one of the heroes that maybe if you don't play it so much, you might feel a little overwhelmed. Her ulti is a little bit hard to aim sometimes. So I can see why MS Chonburi might be really thinking about it. They still have a lot of heroes to take out, 3 more, and the next pick will reveal a lot of their draft, which is why I still think Snapfire is good because it doesn't show so much.
Yeah, that's a solid point to point out here. The Grandma, he's usually banned out first phase, but recently they are actually just allowing her into the pool. People have found ways to deal with her. So
And her ulti just doesn't do enough damage like it used to. Like before, her ulti felt like or like artillery. Like wow, this really hurts. But now, losing 20% of its damage is a big deal. And who's it gonna be? It's gonna be the Slardar. All right. Um, Pango can remove and Phoenix can both remove the minus armor, and they are pretty elusive heroes as well. But Slar is very strong in the lane, which is what we talked about last game. They needed stronger lanes, and they do have stronger lanes. Slar are far more active than the LC and doesn't require like the early duels to start snowballing. Slar can still be useful even if he doesn't get those. But I'm
do you
not really
think it's
sure
a
I'd like him.
yeah? Do you think it's a deny pick though for the Ricky? They don't want it on the hands of Boom Esports, and they already used the ban, so they had to have something that fills out the boxes. Strong laner, you probably not. You don't favor him as much, but in a sense that it doesn't give the reveal on the Ricky, so you can't use corrosive haze on their end on Boom Esports.
That's a really good point, honestly, because you will not. I mean, are you gonna take the bounty? Yeah, you're not gonna. Bounty Hunter, you already have the Phoenix position 4. Do you want to take Bounty Hunter offlane against a Slardar Ricky? I don't know about that. So you're right. Like Slardar would have been a really nice fit for Boom Esports, but they go for the Morphling, another hero who is pretty decent against the Slardar. High armor, range, waveforms away. Elusive hero. They're pretty elusive heroes on Boom Esports side. You got 3 heroes with escape mechanics, along with tanking abilities on the Morphling and the Pango. So MS Chonburi, they have Ricky who can chase, but they need a bit more. What is it here? Snapfire.
Oh, there you go.
I really like this pick, but I do think that Chonburi needs to consider getting an Ember Spirit and giving him a Vessel, because you're up against Morphling. If you play against Morphling and you don't have Spirit Vessel, life's hard. It just is. So, and they can't take the AA. They had to pick sort of between taking an AA, countering the Morphling, taking the Snapfire, countering the Phoenix. I like the Snapfire pick, but you're kind of now you need something to deal with Morphling.
Yeah, they do not have a decent lockdown. That is a fair point. Besides the Slithering Crush, that's about it. Unless you want to expand the Winter's Curse on him, probably
I
not.
mean, they have the cookie. It's a little bit less about the lockdown, more about that you need a Spirit Vessel carrier.
True, someone to stop the regen. Yeah.
And none of these 4 heroes in particular goes for Spirit Vessel. I imagine Snapfire can farm it the best, better than Winter Wyvern, but her skill build, item build is relatively standard. Greaves, then you get whatever your team needs. I like that. I like the Tidehunter pick. So much team fight from Boom Esports. Pango Spin, Phoenix Egg, Tidehunter Ravage. It's nice. It's a lot. It could be, by the way, Phoenix 5, Pango 4, and we still haven't even seen the mid. And you can see Chonburi is thinking that.
5 seconds remaining.
That's a scary lineup to go against Boom Esports. But they are on the heavy cooldowns, though, especially on the Ravage. Not really so much with the Rolling Thunder or the Egg. But the Tidehunter is what's going to turn the tides, quite literally.
Yeah. If Tidehunter doesn't have his ulti, I mean the problem is there's still a lot of teamfight even without the Tidehunter. Tidehunter just so much, and Snapfire won't have as many opportunities to sit around and throw her ulti. Pango can spin into her, Tidehunter can Ravage, and she might have to cancel her ulti just to go to Phoenix and use the little Shredder, which is always worth it. But it's kind of like, oh great, I just wasted my ulti and got nothing out of it. So, still, Chonburi's lane's still very powerful. Snap and Slardar is a lot of stuns. Even if you put Snap and Ricky or Slardar with Winter, it's still very powerful. I still think Chonburi will want that, the Ember Spirit. I feel like Ember Spirit should be the hero that they look for. Storm Spirit's also really good, actually. Storm Spirit is one of the amazing counter against Phoenix as well. And not much... Oh, interesting. Huskar bans. Not much catch on Boom Esports side, by the way. I mean, like, if you're running away, they can't really catch you as well. Same thing with MS Chonburi, though. But both teams can be kind of elusive right now. Last pick for Boom.
10 seconds remaining.
Is it gonna be a support and Pango mid, or is it gonna
5
be
seconds remaining.
Pango 4 and we are gonna get our actual mid laner now? Find out in like 7 seconds. I kind of like the Pango core and Mikoto, but there you go, Ember Spirit. Man, MS Chonburi could have really used that hero. There's still the Storm Spirit. I kind of think the Storm Spirit would be a really good pick this game. Again, very elusive hero, although Ember Spirit can catch him. We talked about catch. Great catch now on Boom's Esports with the Ember. But Storm is really good against Phoenix. You avoid all his slows. You zip in from far away. You hit him the egg. You can take him down if Snapfire is not available. What's it going to be? Oh, Meepo!
Wow. Into like a Ravage? And well, I mean, it solves the whole egg problem, but Rolling Thunder,
Definitely.
Ravage?
Yeah, it's so much. I mean, there's so much control that it should be like catching 1 or 2 Meepos. It's very likely. I don't know. It's a risky pick, but if they go and end the game fast, like you said, they have Tidehunter has so much. It's so cooldown dependent. So if Nico can play around the Tidehunter, it's risky, but they might be able to do it. Chonburi might want to go very fast, just end the game very quickly.
Well, we're gonna have to see MS Chonburi try as they crawl their way out from the
10
grave, which they dug earlier on today. Maybe even the scores, or well, drop a
5
2-0.
seconds
Nevertheless, I am super curious on why the Meepo pick in the last minute. How's the Meepo against a Morph?
You can lock him down. So he can't waveform, but Morph can do the strength gain just the same. The Meepo does come with tons of burst damage, so you might be able to burst him a little before. Maybe you can get that hex, but that's way later in game. I mean, I wouldn't say Meepo is a perfect counter to Morph, honestly. I think the Meepo does really good against Ember, who has no HP, Phoenix, and Pango actually is pretty good against Meepo because when he does the shield crash, he gets like 60% damage mitigation just from that. So it's like Pango is pretty fun to play against Meepo. I mean, it's risky, but Chonburi, they feel like this is the hero, so I hope they just go in feeling confident.
I'm gonna take your word for it, man. At this point, I mean, we've seen a carry Dazzle pulled off in this bracket so far. I'm not gonna dismiss a Meepo against a Tide and a Phoenix and a Pangolier. All the control and team fight abilities in the world. I guess we'll see in this game number 2 of a best of 3 series. It's Boom Esports versus MSC Chonburi. Game number 2.
So it is going to be the position 5 Phoenix.
Prepare
I know we
for
talked
battle.
about position 4 Pango, but I don't know if I've seen many position 5 Phoenixes. Seems like he's a little bit more greedy than that. But Nico, yeah,
How you doing?
5 wins in a row as a Meepo. That must be pretty good, you know?
That's promising. Stats don't lie. Numbers don't lie, I think.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I think the Phoenix job here is completely just they make sure he gets his ult off at a perfect position, right? At this sense, if they're running him on the 5th position, they're not expecting him to get as much farm as you would have him traditionally on the 4th. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think when they saw that the Snapfire was picked, they're like, listen, you're gonna get the Phoenix is countered. You know, it's unfortunate, but the Phoenix is countered. We might as well not give him too many items and be like, oh, get him all this farm, and then he still gets countered by the same skill regardless. Mid-air Pango. Look at that mustache.
Dashing. Mid-air too.
Very.
A great
That's
pause.
pretty.
Really looks like
Looks
a
like
midget
he's got
at this point.
He looks like he's got the telescope. You know,
Oh
the
yeah.
neutral item. Yeah, it looks like he has it equipped. Not sure how I feel about this mask for Meepo.
I thought
The
this whole
Zulu
set
mask.
was cool. Yeah, the whole voodoo theme, especially on Witch Doctor. His set was cool.
Well, I think Siri has a lot to do this game. It's gonna be Meepo can make space, Slaughter can make space. You got Snapfire, you got Winter Wyvern. Those are good heroes to have in fights. But again, Boom's lineup, man, this is so much team fight. I mean, again, it's cooldown dependent a little bit. It's so much team fight.
Nico already going for the early outpost capture. Being super annoying. Later on in the lanes, just forces them to address it. Well, top Ponlo on his own. They do drop an observer. They see him there.
That was kind of a weird observer to put down because I mean he was right there. They might have actually just seen it and can just de-ward it in a bit. Not sure how I feel about it. Oh, Nico, he knows there's a ward.
Yep.
Yeah.
He scouts it out. Yeah, that's a mechanic that it's so rarely being abused.
I mean, you could like pros are really good at finding out these ward spots. They're like, oh yeah, there's a ward here. Although it's a little bit greedy of the Ember to put it there. It's like Boom will get all the top and MS Chonburi will get all the bottom. So slightly better start for MS Chonburi. Last game they started with only one. This time they get both of the bounty ruins. So yeah, small thing, but it's nice.
So what is the timing that you see MSC Chonburi hits here? Since they drafted a Meepo, how early do they have to close the game?
The problem it's like Ricky can fight pretty early as well. Like he's quite similar to PL. He also needs a diffusal, but after that their items really differ. But he also like wants an item before he can fight. But he is a little bit more active. I don't know how much of a late game you want to give to MS Chonburi. Meepo definitely falls off. Slaughter's kind of a big tank. Ricky is their big damage dealer, but is he enough to go through a Morphling? I don't know, but Morphling's HP is actually kind of low right now. So he was taking some harass. Is he salving up or something?
Yeah. TNT took
a
decent amount of harass damage from the early stages. Don't know what happened, but the crush is there. No, well, the damage is enough though. They will take him down. First blood on the side of MSC.
For a sec, I thought I owned a wingdom.
Mel M actually jumps onto Ponlo. Pretty close to FBZ. Could have been punished there.
Hard lane for Melam. You go closed, anchor smash. You got the minus armor, you got swashbuckle. A lot of damage coming out. But yeah, Snapfire loves being with Slardar. Slardar is this big tanky guy. You can feed him cookies. He runs in a straight line. 3 stuns with the bash, the crush, and the cookie. So much damage. I mean, I played like a couple hundred games of Snapfire. One of my best allies to go with is always a Slardar.
Someone who wants to front the lines.
Yeah, basically. And in this game, where you're either going to have a low HP Morphling or a very squishy Phoenix, one or the other, you can't burst them down in the time of the cookie. So I like this line. It's very aggressive. Seri in this game has more kills than he had in the entire last game. So I'm happy for him, you know.
One. It makes a difference, man. It makes a huge difference there. And it's a first blood kill too, so more props to the guy. Oh.
I mean, it goes to TNT, but he assisted, you know. He was there.
Yeah, it's better than what he was earlier on. He's got a better lane now. Oh, a kill secured up at top. FBZ gets one onto Ponlo.
Yeah, just as much as bottom lane favors the Dire, top lane favors the Radiant. And, you know, it's like, again, Ricky cannot do much in the top lane. And oh, look at that. Yeah, I mean, it's just a small stun, but keeping him on his toes, you know. And Morphling is suffering in the CS. 7-0 compared to the 11-2. And again, he's the carry, so he should be getting a lot of CS, but he can't.
Mel M actually has at least 12-1 in the last hit and denies compared to the 10-0 of this Morphling. Oh, it's got to be careful. He's on AG.
He comes close, and you can see just stun after stun, control, damage. You want to expand all your money buying tankers. And there's they have a lot of like damage that doesn't care about armor, so just don't care.
TNT scouts out the pool. Yeah, very well played. Just clearing up the camp. probably might want to leave. Yeah, leave the one creep there so it doesn't spawn anymore. Maybe.
Or maybe he's gonna try and take it for himself and just block it with his body. I think
Sure.
that might be another thing. I think TNT is just gonna block it with his body and take the creep. Mid lane, Mikoto he's level 5, getting close to that level 6. He might want to consider rotating around, going bottom. Kill it. You can kill a Snapfire pretty easily if you're Ember Spirit.
Oh, but
there
the
you
cookie
go.
stun is there. Sari immediately follows out with the crush, but unfortunately has to run away. He was under fire by the tower.
Radiant
So
structures are fortified.
Yeah, and plus the Phoenix got the slow on him with the Fire Spirits, so he couldn't even attack him to get the bash off. Oh. Nico, might want to be a bit careful. He's only level 4. Miko's almost level 6 actually. It's 5 in the oh dear.
He's actually committing in. He's got the flame guard. He can take some sort of damage. Will tick down. Unfortunately, Nico goes down on that Meepo, and that was his solo kill. Going out on the side of Mikoto. TNT now contesting for the runes. Yep. He does a lot of damage, so Cascade's got to be careful though. Ooh.
Yeah, Snapfire has pretty solid damage. I mean, not really solid, but she got decent animation. A lot of damage from the Scatter Blast, and no armor on the Phoenix, meaning that she will suffer. But that kill for Nico mid lane, I don't know if that really should have happened. Like, I feel like maybe that could have been a bit more defensive. And you almost always see the Meepo far ahead in terms of levels of everyone else, but this game he's actually behind the Ember. 5 to Ember 6. I don't like that. That is just really unfortunate.
There's a meme going on in the chat saying that right now MS Chonburi is letting the juniors play instead. Apparently so.
Giving them experience in a pro match, maybe.
Yeah, could be. Oh, look at that. TNT, he is a glass cannon. He does a lot of damage, but he takes a lot of harass as well. He does not have the best of health pool.
Yeah, I'm not liking how MS Chonburi is sort of bringing back the offense down the bottom lane. They're like, oh, we're not gonna go too hard on the Morph. I kind of feel like they have to. Hyde is here. He's only level 4, I believe, so he doesn't have the Rolling Thunder yet, but might still be able to do a good amount of damage to Nico.
Oh, Mikoto, he's here ready with his ally. Hyde comes in with the disarm swashbuckle. He's trying to go for the poof away, but immediately Remnants forward, catches 2 with the chains. Immediately the rotation is in. Nico's falling low. They will take him down with the sleight of fist. Ponlo came in, but he is only a wyvern without a Winter's Curse, so what can he do? LM tricks at the trade, doing decent. Actually did not do a single damage, or at least negligible at that point. FBC is just gonna farm it up, but Hyde is in. Swashbuckles again. Can he get the blink off onto an ally though? He is disarmed though, so this is going to be quite the issue. Oh, Anchor Smash finishes it all off. Oh, mid lane once again. Wow. Boom Esports playing the tempo. They don't need a Ravage.
This is kind of, I mean, I'm kind of scared from Miss Chonburi. Like, oh, that's a courier. That's nice. I mean,
again, a Chonburi thing, right?
Yeah, the Chonburi thing, but Chonburi thing should be also to win games, you know? You can't just lose all the lays like this. Well, they're doing okay bottom lane, but Morphing is actually recovering solidly.
Well, TNT looks like he's about to fall next. If they could only dish out the damage, no, they won't. But Mel M, they left him all alone, and now they're just going to dive down. FBZ, he can tank the towers, but the towers is not even hitting onto him, so they don't even care. Mikoto now is just going to go for Ponlo, gets the chain, holds him there. Ponlo, oh, Splinter Blast, but only to just get a decent amount of farm before he loses it on the way of Mikoto.
I feel like Mikoto's...
Yeah.
Mikoto's on his way to being MVP this game, because he is just doing so much. Shutting down the Meepo, getting 2 kills and 1 solo kill, by the way. Then getting another team kill, going around the map, creating space like this. He's doing so much for his team right now.
How does Melem even play this? He's just staying for the EXP at this point, right? Oh, he shows himself immediately and commits the Ravage. And the Remnant bursts him down. Oh, that was a mistake. Trying to get in for the last hit.
And again, another kill from Mikoto. I mean, of course, FBZ helped a lot with that fight, that kill, but I love FBZ. He sees the Ricky show himself. He's like, yeah, immediately Ravage, Gush, everything. They just kill him. They don't care. And this is one of the ways you really want to play in this aggressive Dota. Is like you don't care too much about your ulti cooldown if you can secure a core kill like that. So worth it. And Hyde, almost level 6 in the mid lane. He's actually just reached it. There you go.
Oh, cancels the Rolling Thunder. But it doesn't
might be a bit
cancel
too
the
late.
usage. Yeah. Only the animation. So he still has it if he wants to in the next fight.
Mel M, lowest last. Can we actually switch to net worth in a bit? Because I think his net worth is probably not looking too hot either. At the very least, Dreamercell only has 1 death, whereas you can see that. Well, it's not that bad actually. Mel M he's okay. He's alright.
It's
But
pretty
look at
bad, though.
Mikoto.
Yep,
I mean, it's pretty
TNT.
bad. It's pretty bad, but he's still ahead of the Morphling. Oh, there you go.
There you go. He still has the Rolling Thunder. Immediately just bounce onto the wall and back on Nikoto. Nikoto sends all of his Meepos in, his Geomancers, but now they're the ones who's surrounded. They're turning this one around. Splinter Blast is there. Can they end him before it's all over? Mikoto.
One hit.
Hyde actually going after Nico. Will take the kill onto Nico. Nico's down. FBZ's in the area. They know they don't have the Ravage, but it doesn't seem like they need it. FBZ come in with the Anchor Smash if they could close the gap, but they can't. And now they take Hyde down with the Mortimer's Kisses. Yeah, some sort of victory coming on the side of MSC Chonburi. It looks like they might be able to take FBZ down too. He does get out the Gush,
Well,
but will go down to the Scatter.
huge win for MSC right now, getting 2 cores and the position 4. Yes, they lose Nico. That's really something you don't want to happen. He's your highest net worth hero, but everyone else getting involved and killing Mikoto, who is way ahead in terms of everyone else. So I think that big win for Chonburi. Of course, they didn't have Ravage in that fight, which was a big deal, and Morphling was able to get us some farm, but overall, good job for Miss Chonburi in that fight.
So
Double kill for
chat had-
TNT.
Yeah, the chat has got a mechanical question. Can the Meepo poof onto his own illusions?
Yeah, he can. If you take an illusion ruin, Meepo can go to them. Even like Manta style illusions or anything like that. He can just jump to any illusion.
Oh, Seri comes in, already have Corrosive Haze. FBC actually falling pretty low. They might just bait him forward. He should have the Ravage and he will go off. Catches onto all 3 of them in the backlands, followed up with the Rolling Thunder. Bouncing back and forth. Mel M finally makes a rotation, but to what avail? They took down the Snapfire. Snapfire's gone. Ponlo has to buy back on his Winter Wyvern. Nico's now going for the Constellation Prize. Does get the kill, but they got baited in hard with that one. It's a 2 for 2.
2 for 3. The buyback came out
Oh,
of
yeah.
the Wyvern.
That's
I mean,
true.
and that's actually kind of the worst buyback you can get, because a buyback that doesn't get you anything. He bought back, but he doesn't actually join the fight in time to do anything. So, really awful to have that kind of buyback. But hey, it is what it is. Can't complain too much about it. They are taking okay fights on Chonburi's side. They're not being completely knocked out. Remember, they have tripled the amount of kills they got since game 1. That's big improvement.
That's improved. Wow, how sarcastic can you be with these boys?
It's the truth. I mean, it's all facts. Looks like it's gonna be the shotgun build from Morphling. So anyone who gets the save from the Winter Wyvern, I forgot what's name, but it's not gonna be enough.
Oh,
Oh,
immediately
nice
a
start.
cookie. Yep, out from the blue, nowhere. They didn't expect that one immediately. They're trying to disengage Hyde falling low, but he just Rolling Thunders away and goes straight for TNT. In the backline, will cancel his Mortimer's Kisses at the very least, but ML,
risky.
Mel M actually going for Mikoto. He will not, actually he remnants away, and now the egg is there. Will it pop onto Mel M? They do have sentries now, but decided not to pursue.
Yeah, Miko, really good engage from Messi, but not able to bring down anyone. Oh my, maybe they can now.
Yeah, they recognize that the egg is down, but it looks like they might just get him though. The burn from the fire off this Phoenix, will it actually take him down? It will. The Fire Spirits does the job.
I imagine that right now Miss Chonburi feels like they have to fight and make space for the Meepo, because that jump by the Ricky was a very high-risk jump. You know, like there's a good chance he was going to die by doing it. He decided to go for it. They must be thinking, listen, Meepo, you got to come back in like the 15-minute mark or something and carry us through the game, because we're sacrificing the Ricky right now. You know, he's behind the Tidehunter in terms of net worth. He's not doing well.
Nico's just going back to the farm game now. What do you think it should be on the side of this Meepo at the very least for him to take these engagement and probably push into objectives?
I think he's going for the Ethereal Blade. I'm not sure if we can click on him and see that, but probably going to Ethereal Blade, try to burst people down, and then, you know, maybe get a racks by the 25-minute mark. Because your Ricky is not, he's not scaling. You're making him go fight. He's not going to get farm time. Now he's farming, thank God, but he's pretty far from the Diffusal Blade. So you are looking at Meepo to make space. Whereas Boom ID, they're like, yeah, they'll just fight non-stop. We got Mikoto, we got Pango, you know, we got Tidehunter. Let's just go fight. It's scary when the enemy team has so much team fight ready.
Did you see Illusion? Could be a bait. Yep, it was a bait. They know.
Yeah, I mean, when you walk near an outpost, you're revealed anyway. So it's like they know he's not real. It's too obvious.
Well, they're smoked out.
only one-
Boom
Radiant
Esports
are scanning.
actually going for the hunt. They do have all the cooldowns up and available, but
They're
do
gonna
they
walk into
know?
Ponlo.
Yep, Ponlo is the kill. They kill him. There's no one else to disrupt their team fight.
Dire's middle
Could be
tower is
pretty
under
crucial.
attack.
Decided
But
not to
I like
have no
the-
vision. Yeah.
I like how Snapfire gets bugged. If she eats a cookie, she gets this weird stuck animation where she looks like she's midair the whole time. That's hilarious.
Wait, is
But-
she on midair right now? Or
No, but she looks like she's in the air. If we can look at Snapfire for a moment, if you look at her, she's bugged out. But no, we don't want to. We don't want to show you that. That looks not.
oh yeah, there we go. She's floating.
And High just makes it out.
Radiant's bottom tower is
They will
under
shred the
attack.
tower though with TNT on their end. Should be able to trade, but do they really want to lose a tier 2 up at top for this tier 1 down at bottom? They're all committing in. They
Dire's top tower
think
is
they
under
know
attack.
Nico's in the
Radiant's
area.
bottom
Just
tower has
try
fallen.
and go for it. Forces him out of the lane.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Morphling getting real close to that E-Blade. He'll be able to just burst people down with it. And there's a lot of pretty squishy people. Even the Ricky is just a lot of armor, not a lot of HP. Oh!
Winter's Curse committed though, just to hold him there for a while, but the Phoenix Eggs forces no engagement, and now the Ravages comes in to turn the tide around. Cascade comes in, Sunrays, everyone just trying to melt this Meepo one after another, but here comes the Mortimer's Kisses. They are playing under his flames. They will go down. Boom Esports now in trouble, has to back off. They do finish the job on this Meepo. Can they get more? TNT finally goes down, but it's this Morph. Will he move up? No, he will not. Splinter Blast to end it all. Hyde next in line. They do see him. Oh, Rolling Thunders forward immediately. It was a bait to back off, and Mikoto and Hyde just gonna do damage right now with all the... They have enough magical though. They do not. Sari will live. And now Mel M comes in back with the initiation. Tricks of the trade. Tags him a little bit. With the smoke screen and the slow, they will finish the job.
Not quite sure why Boom grouped up. They're up against Ricky with his Tricks of the Trade. They're up against Slardar, up against a Snapfire, but they all grouped up sort of right just then. But still, props to FBZ. Great Ravage, able to catch all of them at the very edge of his ultimate, so very nicely done by him. But it wasn't enough. They just... MS Chonburi a little bit stronger than we gave them credit for right now. They take a pretty good fight. So
do
it's
you
gonna
think
be the
they kind of what are the MSC Chonburi waiting? What kind of window are they waiting here for? Like, do the Phoenix Eggs get committed and then they re-engage? Do they not care about the Ravage, or which one has priorities here? They gotta make sure.
I mean, the thing is, you can't really burst down the Tidehunter before he gets the Ravage off. That's it's like, so the egg is the one that if you can stop it, that's great. If you can't, then it's like the one you want to aim to stop if you have a choice in anything, because it's the one that you can, if it goes off, you can still break it with the Meepo. Meepo is great against Phoenix, but Tide bursting him down is a hard thing. Oh,
Looks like they're trying to play the tempo. Yep. Has the smoke. They realize that all those ultimates has been expended. They might go for the next engagement. He's down in the low ground. Cascade does not see it. Immediately comes in with the smoke screen. Will at least secure one kill onto Cascade.
I was actually gonna say Snapfire also has the mech right now, so that's a little bit, helps to remove a lot of the damage coming out from Boom Esports. Like, oh, we took some damage from a sleight of fist. There we go. He's a heal, so it'll help out quite a bit. Can we see the net worth graph maybe?
Radiant are
Damn,
scanning.
I'm looking at the kills and death, and Meepo's actually doing the worst. 0, 4, and 5. Oof. Most deaths in the game.
That's something we should have known. We gotta know. Very helpful. Oh, gets the dust off, and he lacks the catch, I guess. Ravage is up though, but the rotation's only coming in. They might just meet. They might just intercede down here. They had the low ground. They would have seen him, I reckon. I think they already know. MSC Chonburi, they saw them. Trying to bait out those big ultimates before they make the engagement. They did it before and they won that one.
I like the item coming out from Slardar. He's got the pipe. Oh, this will be two. Ooh, this will be 2 outposts. They might want to do something here.
Here comes the Winter's Curse. Can they do anything? No, purely just to make sure they don't take the outpost down, but they still do nevertheless. It's
Barely 2 seconds left.
Away. And they know that Winter's Curse is gone, can immediately go in for the initiation. The Remnant's in. Sleight of Fist takes him down, especially with that Flame Guard on. Seri just runs away with the sprint.
Yeah, if you can catch the Snapfire, make your life easier for yourself. Just go for it every time. And 2 outposts going in their favor. At least Chonburi is getting the bottom bounties. That's nice, but it's going to be outposts and Roche. A little bit unfortunate here.
They scanned it, they know, but without the Winter's Curse, I don't think they can look to commit though. Finally got it, but Seri is in the area to see him. Oh, but again, Nico, the bigger kill, just moves away just in time. Mel M now actually focusing on to hide pretty low, but the Ravage comes in just in time. Will he actually get the Rolling Thunder? He will. Hold Seri there for a while. He's being killed up with the Cold Embrace, but they're going straight for TNT. Once again, the priority kill goes on to this guy with the Mortimer's Kisses, despite already using it. And immediately, they pick up the back line, they win the war.
And they kind of really played their timings oddly. You really want the Ricky late game and the Meepo mid game to, like Ricky fights late game, Meepo fights mid game, but they switched around. Ricky fought in the mid game, didn't have a Diffusal Blade, and Meepo was farming when you kind of really needed him to make space for the Ricky. And we talked about how good Pango is versus Snapfire. She throws her ulti and Pango's like, yeah, I don't care, I'll just spin straight at you, and he counters her every time, so really well played by him. And the Ethereal Blade is also great, because anyone caught in the tricks of the trade can be saved by it. So I am a big fan of the way so far Boom has been playing, with their items especially.
I'm a big fan of this engagement that's about to happen right now. It seems like they think they got Mikoto covered, but, well, he's got a BKB and Ramdon's forward. Will they actually finish the job? They will not. Oh my god, this guy actually thinking of re-engaging with all his friends coming in. He's got the regen up, gets the chain onto 2, forces this Tide to just tank it all on the front line. But in the back line gets the Winter's Curse, hits onto Hyde. Hyde is gone. That's a Rolling Thunder. One of the big problems. Finally resolved on that issue, but they don't care. They think they can take this war even without him. Actually gets him with the Sleight of Fist, takes TNT down. Nico's left in the area, Mel M as well. So he might just come in for the damage if he needs to. Gets the rooted up by this Meepo, but it's Meepo who's melting down forward. The Sun Rays that keep the sustain going. They don't have to go back. Force 2 buybacks on the side of MSC.
Lots of buybacks being spent. So again, these buybacks are not getting you anything because you're not fighting after them. And are they going to use the Meepo buyback? No. And Boom Esports like, yeah, we got the buybacks. We're gonna make sure they waste it. That's 3 buybacks this game that have been wasted. And I like what Meepo tried to do, chasing the Ember. He was standing next to his Remnant, but just didn't make any difference. And like the timing that we're looking at. Look at Ricky's farm. Look at Slardar's farm. They're nothing compared to Ember as well as Tidehunter.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
It's looking rough, yeah. Very rough for
really
MSC.
Is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
I mean, right now they still have the Aegis as well as Dreamer Cell. You can just send him forward, have him hit the towers, and there's nothing that Chonburi can really do about it unless they commit.
Radiant middle tower is under attack.
I mean, it's like you're looking at like maybe there's a neutral item that can switch the game around. All right, this might be something.
I want to go for the pickoff, but even that, they hesitated to go for the kill.
You know,
and yeah.
You know what's crazy? Mel M is level 15 as the carry. Hyde level 14 on the position for you. Like that tells you so much about this game right now.
So they are back down there. You can't carry the game being behind, or at least can't carry the game from a position 4 standpoint at this point. This Ricky needs something to go his way. Maybe they go for the pickoff, but even right now the rotations are in. They spot him out. Sari has to back off. They get nothing with that rotation. He's still up here though. Cascute notices Sunray just to keep the vision on, but oh, he gets the crush. Just delaying the inevitable as Mikoto and Hyde and the other just comes in to finish it all off. Boom Dreamer Seller gets it with the killing spree. Just to KS it all.
They got the courier in return, and that's actually quite a bit of gold, but I mean, it's another person. And was that the buyback? He bought back and died, right, for the Slardar? So that you can see his death time is actually quite long. So it was almost a minute when he died, so they do have a little bit of time, but they're just going to decide to get all the bounty ruins. That's 4 bounty ruins. Net worth lead goes from 8,000 to 10, maybe 11 in a couple of seconds. There you go, 11k net worth ahead.
From a lineup that drafted a Meepo, this is probably going to taste bad in their tongues. It's just not the way they would like to see this game going.
Yeah, it's just... everything's going in Boom's favor right now. I mean, Nico losing mid that badly it's a disaster. Well, Aegis expired, so they can kill Dreamer Cell if they can catch him.
Question is how.
I mean, just catch him, you know, just kill him, get his life to 0. It's so easy, right?
It's super easy, man. Yeah.
It's super easy. It's like just win.
It seems they have a problem just catching Hyde himself. So Mel M Nico still in the area though. Mel M just transitioned down to his support just by the way he's playing. He's like just going in for the info, feeds it for his team, and they make a rotation around that information.
And the problem is that this is not the game for you to put all your eggs in the Meepo basket, because Ravage, you know, oh the god.
He tried to catch Dreamer
Regina.
Cell. He tried it. He tried it. Maybe.
So
it's looking like it's over. Yep.
Maybe
going up to the
going
tier
high
3.
ground.
As do see it, they're knocking down to it already. The barracks being ticked on. They're just going straight for it. TNT's on his own. Can they look to hold this? They are trying to cut the creep waves with Sari waiting down in the middle lane. So they're going for that one, trying to delay as much as possible, but I don't think with a Meepo, delaying is going to benefit you any further than it would be to the Morph. Morph sends one illusion forward, TNT has to respect it and go back. That's how bad it is.
And Morph, I mean, Meepo's not even fighting, they just gave away a Rax. They're like, yeah, we're not going to do anything on this one. I'm honestly not sure what MS Chonburi is waiting for exactly. Are they going to find a pick-off?
Oh, there's a huge fight going on. Sari will go down with a sleight of fist. Catches onto all of them, but look at that. Remnant moves on forward. He's 2 steps ahead, throws one and the other, and sees TNT, gets him with the chain. Holding there under tier 3. They don't even care just how fat he is. They don't have to go back just yet. It is starting to tickle a little, but Mikoto, he's going in as a one-man army. Oh, Melem comes in. Smoke screen will, okay, silence him up for a bit, but he will have the BKB and just Remnant his way out.
Melem got 2 couriers in the back line, so it's like, you know, the MSC special. We got the couriers again, but I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make.
I don't even know what item or what opportunity MSC can look forward to at least decently bring them back into the game, and I'm gonna hold that thought because Cascute immediately comes in, pops the egg. He is under all the Meepo, but here comes the Rolling Thunder. This is how you stop the egg from cracking up. They will crack, but they also lose the Meepo in the process.
And
that's
Kensuke
gotta feel
immediately is
bad.
like,
yeah. Go
he's
ahead.
like, yeah, I'll just buy back. You know, I don't care. If they force a Meepo
Dire's
buyback
top
for a
tower
Phoenix
is under
buyback, they'll be happy with that. And they're already 1 Drax ahead. So it's like, are you really gonna give a second pair of racks?
Yeah, that was definitely not the trade they were looking for, but FBC is falling pretty low. But what can they do? He must probably just be baiting them forward, the shotguns onto Seri, but they do have the Cold Embrace to heal him back up. Dream Cell feeling pretty tanky at this point of time. He has the smoke screen, so maybe he can't get the waveform out of there. And he's turning this one around. In fact, he's going to use it aggressively. Winter's Curse to hold him there. But unfortunately, nobody else is in the area to deal the damage against their own ally. Mikoto gets rooted up. It's a big ravage. Catches everyone. Seri gets saved up with the Cold Embrace. Fortunately, Nico actually turns this one around, took down the Ember, but now that's only in a matter of time as this Firebird comes in with the dive and with the Fire Spirits. Will eventually take him down with the shield crash, and they can look for more seconds. GG has been called. Spare them some mercy. MSC, they're bleeding as they crawl into the fountain, and it's Pondlo left alive. It's over. 2-0 on the side of Boom Esports.